Let's get one more submission here this week. This one, there's a little note here. I sent this at the beginning of December and beginning to think that it may have somehow been skipped. So let's see.
There may be a reason for that, but I'm not sure.
Well,
let's see. Don't preview these.
I don't know. Yeah, we don't preview these, so I don't know if this was skipped or if we played it before. If we have, we will cut it off quickly.
Good. I'll blow my nose while you get started.
Do not do that. This was sent in by Josh Hughes.
You're the music expert. That's not like a karaoke track. He had to do that, right? He's playing that?
I'm pretty sure, and we can hear it a little differently because we're listening in our headset. I'm pretty sure he was playing that. That's an original recording.
That's tremendous. Obviously not an original song. It's what I like about you, but even the nod to the Romantics, my old fans and friends.
He should have kind of went out at the end with Jim Cornette's Drive-Thru. but no, he's I'm pretty sure he was playing that guitar lick, and it may have been him on the drums. They may have done it all. What a fantastic job there.
And well, you know my connection with the Romantics. I've told this story. Or was this before you got on the program? Have I ever told you this?
I don't know if I know it, but I'm reading here actually in his note. It's not a karaoke track. It's not a muddy mix. It's not recorded from Cletus Maggard's karaoke machine. And unless I'm making shit up entirely, I seem to recall Jim talking about going to dinner with the Romantics courtesy of Rick Rubin, which also makes this a deep cut.
He's mixing his stories up a bit, but I will explain. But what's his name again?
Josh Hughes.
Josh Hughes. Bravo, Josh. That was a piece of business right there, as they say. No, the Romantics we met in 1987, I believe. Here's what it used to, when we would take trips in the Carolinas, in the car, we would meet, all the boys would meet at the Holiday Inn on Woodlawn Avenue and drop their cars off so they'd get in with their rides. And then you come back, that was right off the interstate, and then you'd go to your various separate homes, right? So one night, me and Bubba get back real late from Raleigh. I don't know why we would have been lingering around Raleigh, but that's a different story. We get back, it's like 2:00 in the morning, and we had gone in Bubba's van. He had one of those, panel vans that looked like glad he wasn't selling ice cream out of it. And he pulls up next to my car, and I get out, and we're pulling our bags out. And all of a sudden, out of this other van, a door flies open, and 4 or 5 guys jump out and start running toward us. And shit's on. They've recognized us, and Bubba's turning around getting ready to fight. I'm like, thank God Bubba's here, because there's like 5 of them. So the odds are fairly even without me having to get involved. It was the Romantics and their manager, Arnie Tenser. They had played a club date in Charlotte earlier that night, and the last time they had been in Charlotte, they had stayed at the Holiday Inn on Woodlawn, and they had seen wrestlers getting out in the parking lot after their late show, and they had staked the parking lot out. They were sitting in their van.
Wow.
I swear to God, if I'm lying, I'm flying, and my feet ain't left the ground. We have pictures with them. This was, 1987, because Bubba was still around, and so, fuck us. They said, oh, we love you guys. We love you guys. We're the Romantics. And they had to show us their publicity pictures and tell us this story of how they came to be there for us to believe them, right? So then, basically we were the only ones I guess they saw that night because they got out late or whatever. But anyway, so Arnie gave me his number, and they were based out of Detroit. And so then we started going to Detroit for Crockett, because that 87 was when they switched the belt from Flair to Garvin at Joe Louis Arena.
Yeah.
We would start going there, and they were fixed up with the people at the landing strip at the Detroit airport. And the landing strip was a fine adult entertainment establishment for good food and wonderful, bountiful titties. So, they say, oh, we'll fix you up. So goddamn, me and Stan and Bubba and Bobby, we go up the next time, and they take us all to the landing strip, and Bob Eaton is hilarious. Stan Lane was well at home in a strip club, right? So he knew exactly what was going on. Bob Eaton was hilarious to see him get a lap dance. The only time in my life I ever saw that. And, they fixed us up, and the fucking food and the girls and the whole 9 yards. And anytime we would go up, we would get them tickets and et cetera. And then, we stopped going to Detroit, and I guess the Romantics stopped playing together. And, I've stayed in touch with Arnie for a short time, but then I was involved in Smoky Mountain, and we grew apart, as they say. And then I'll be a son of a bitch when you know who won the pony. When I go back to Detroit, and it was probably 2000, what was it, 8-ish or 9-ish or whatever, for Ring of Honor, I see a guy, and I'm like, what the fuck? And it's been 20 years, right? But I see a guy, I'm like, what? I know you. He said, Jim, it's Arnie Tenser. Instead of managing rock and roll bands now, he was the owner of a giant fucking seafood market. And he gave me his card. He said, if you need some seafood, come down and see me. I'm like, she sells seafood by the seashore, right? But Arnie was selling seafood in Detroit still, and I guess doing better than the Romantics, because they haven't had a hit in a few decades. But yeah, very good. Deep cut, nod to the past, lyricism, musicianship. I say we get the fuck out here. Leave on the high note. George Costanza. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you. Finish the show, Brian. I'm done. Boy, this is their perfect time to get out.